Hi friends, welcome to War India News Hour. An insight into emerging risks presents opportunities for the fraudsters. During these unprecedented times, market conditions are evolving at an accelerated pace. Demand for seamless online convenience gives opportunity to fraudsters who seek out change and disruption. Every enterprise today is a target for aggressive hackers. That is why data security should always be at the top of mind. It is time to reimagine your digital identity strategy and prepare for the decade ahead. With the workplace model shifted to remote working, work devices have now become more vulnerable to cybercrimes and theft. Cybercriminals have been leveraging coronavirus-related fears to defraud people and infiltrate systems. According to a news report by WHO, a five-fold increase in cyber attacks has been directed at its staff since the start of the pandemic. There are some 450 active WHO email addresses and passwords that were leaked online, along with thousands belonging to others working on the novel coronavirus response. This has made it imperative for organizations to ensure their employees are practicing digital hygiene. As the number of employees working from home has skyrocketed across the globe, this has given rise to newer risks in organizations' threat landscape. The frequency of phishing attacks have increased significantly during this time. Hackers are leveraging the current crisis to fraudulently direct funds into their accounts or just crash into a system to extract vital data. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. Why have rivals Google and FB converged on Jio platform? The global technology rivals Google and Facebook are now strategic partners in Jio platforms, with Facebook having 9.9% stake, whereas Google has acquired a 7.73% stake. They have been seeing a big future in Indian market and trying on their own to reach the entire billion people in the country. The Facebook entry is to JioMart and WhatsApp with its subscriber base of 350 million. At the same time, Google is looking to leverage Jio's strength at the entry-level smartphone because Google Pixel is not a mass market phone. ByteDance is eyeing a $25 billion by selling TikTok. By the rising challenges for TikTok in multiple geo markets including US and India, the two of the most important markets for TikTok outside China, the TikTok investors and the management are brainstorming on the idea of selling a majority stake of TikTok to US investors. The existing shareholders from the US may lead the buyout of TikTok to change the presentation of the company from China-owned to the US-owned. NFRA bars ex-Deloitte CEO for 7 years and slaps Rs 25 lakhs penalty. The National Financial Reporting Authority has debarred Udayan Sen, a chartered accountant and former CEO of Deloitte India, for 7 years for professional misconduct as an engagement or signing partner in the statutory audit of beleaguered IL&FS Financial Services Limited for 2017-18. An order also slapped a penalty of Rs 25 lakhs on Sen. Wirecard Chief Brown arrested for second time. Former Wirecard Chief Executive Marcus Brown has been arrested for the second time on allegations of direct involvement in a long-running fraud at the insolvent German payments processor. Brown was initially arrested last month after quitting his post following the discovery of a 1.9 billion euros black hole in the company accounts. Zoom to open tech center in Bengaluru. Zoom Video Communications Inc. said it will open a technology center in Bengaluru and soon begin hiring as part of an expansion push in the country. Velchami Sankaralingam, President of Product and Engineering, told the potential areas of expansion for the new technology center include research and development, IT security as well business operations. US charges Chinese hackers for targeting COVID-19 research and trade secrets. The US Department of Justice said the charges against two Chinese nationals for their alleged involvement in a decade-long hacking spree targeting dissidents, government agencies and hundreds of organizations were in as many as 11 countries. A report says Li Xiaoyu and Dong Jiahe stole terabytes of sensitive data, including from companies developing COVID-19 vaccines, testing technology and treatments, while operating both for private financial gain and behalf of China's Ministry of State Security. Private companies are showing interest in running passenger trains. Railway Ministry has received queries from 16 companies showing interest in running passenger trains at the pre-application conference held on Tuesday. The ministry has informed prospective bidders that they can either purchase or lease the trains under this project. The government is offering them to operate over 109 pairs of routes through 151 modern trains. WhatsApp is targeting Indian banks to push financial inclusion. WhatsApp plans to team up with more Indian lenders to expand banking services in rural areas and for lower income individuals with its users database of 400 million subscribers. It has already tied up with banks including ICICI and HDFC Bank, allowing them to communicate with customers via automated text messages on its business service. Government plans to reduce number of state-owned banks from 12 to 5. The government is looking for the option to privatize 7 banks to reduce the number of state-owned lenders to 5. The banks identified for privatization reportedly include Bank of India, Central Bank of India, Indian Overseas Bank, UCO Bank, Bank of Maharashtra and Punjab and Sindh Bank. The government had recently merged 10 state-owned banks into 4. HPE Discover virtual event features winning in adversity. Hewlett-Packard Enterprise announced that its HPE Discover virtual experience has received an overwhelming response from customers and partners globally. The event has focused on helping your recovery and accelerating your transformation and leading with technology in an edge-to-cloud world. This event amplified the global HPE Discover virtual experience that connected with customers and partners from across the world. Companies must continuously monitor their network and end-user security. Since this should be a round-the-clock function, organizations must use AI-powered automated programs to check the systems for irregularities or invasion attempts and prompt the IT teams in real time to take relevant actions. Technologies such as endpoint detection and response can detect new attacks and attack permutations using machine learning and behavioral analytics. COVID update. The number of positive coronavirus cases reported from India now stands at 12,39,675, whereas the toll from the disease stands at 29,906. To conclude, technology has allowed users from all over the world to think beyond their geographical borders. In 2020, new startups are being launched on 100% remote teams with colleagues scattered all over the world that never met physically. Forward-thinking businesses are no longer restricting their search for talent to their location as telecommuting becomes the norm. Despite this progress, there is a much darker side of our new online world that is affecting global citizens. A recent report of Verizon says 30% of recent data breaches were a direct result of the move to web applications and services. Since data is the black gold of the current century and it is much harder to track, govern and protect, cloud solution providers need to offer virtual firewalls, network security hardware and virtual intrusion detection and prevention. However, there are at the intermediate level of security. To ensure end-to-end data protection along with infrastructure as a service, cloud solution providers need to offer data security as a service. We need to ensure that we have the right skills available to deliver transformation vision. This might mean retaining existing staff in areas such as AI, machine learning or cybersecurity, or hiring in to ensure that you have the right skill to deliver imperatives of transformation, or it could mean identify a partner who can contribute specialist knowledge. But you need to ensure that you have the right team in place to make transformation happen, or you won't go out of the starting gate. Designing cybersecurity into a transformation for the very start helps control development and operation costs, reduce time to implementation and generate revenue earlier. Moreover, by instituting a common cybersecurity framework for all applications, that is both on-premises and multi-cloud, the operating costs could be reduced up to 40%. Let's wind up for the day, but do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to VAR-India News Magazine. Please download the VAR-India app for the latest news and updates, which is available on Google Play Store. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.